You were jogging down the street, your music blasting in your ears through your earbuds. You had recently decided to start running, since you had been feeling a little under the weather, and figured out that a good few runs would get you back to feeling good. Another reason you had been feeling under the weather was the fact that you had recently moved to Italy. You had moved for work reasons, and the sudden climate change had made your head spin, therefore your decision to start running. Yeah, you had moved into a tucked away house, which had been vacant for nearly a year. The man who had sold the house to you wanted to get rid of it, so when you had offered to buy it, he almost instantly handed you over the keys. It kind of scared you a little, but after a bit, you hadn't thought much of it. He told you that the house caused a bit of trouble, and if you had trouble, to just move out. It kind of struck you as the overly anxious type of person. When you were done with your morning run, you set aside your iPod and head over to work. Work was busy. Getting to know all of the other workers and picking up on some Italian phrases, you were shown around town and given general directions to the beach and local landmarks. Pretty soon, within the next few weeks, you got used to the new area. You knew where to go to work, knew most of your neighbors, and were happy living in your small house. You sat in the kitchen, seated at the small kitchen table with a cup of coffee. You were reading a book, not noticing the time. It was almost 11 at night, and you were getting very tired. Soon, you were asleep, your body draped over the table, head resting in the crease of the pages. You started to dream. You were in your house, sitting on the small porch of the front, when a rather good-looking Italian came and sat next to you on the porch. You smiled at him. "Can I help you?" You moved your gaze over him. His auburn hair fell perfectly, with a natural curl flipping up from the bottom side of his head. His soft honey eyes made your heart flutter with happiness, and his flawless skin glowed in the midday sun. He was dressed in a nice green dress shirt and slacks. He appeared to be around your age as well. "See, I learned to know your name, Bella." He smiled happily and lazily closed his alluring eyes. "Your name," he smiled. "What's yours?" He looked over to you, glancing your way before smiling sadly. "Ligiano, but you can just call me Feely, if you would like." In your dream, you talked to the Italian boy for what seemed like hours. You had woken up still in your clothes, but in your bed. You shrugged, thinking you had moved in the late night. The next night, the man returned to your dreams. This time you were talking to him in your small backyard, where you both tended to your tomato plants and herb bushes. You found it strange, but the next day you want to tend to your small garden only to find that it was already done. You figured out that your elderly neighbor had done it without telling you, as a favor. This boy was always in your dreams. You continued to do chores around the house with Feely in your dreams, and the next day they would be done. Weeks had gone by, and you were getting concerned. Who was this Feliciano? Why was he always in your dream? So you had decided to ask him in this night's dream. You sat by the bubbly Italian in your dream, of course. "Feely?" you asked him, sort of through your freshly cleaned laundry. He looked up at you, smiling broadly. "Yes, Bella?" "Who are you?" you asked him without hesitation. He wouldn't run. You knew that about him, but his smile disappeared, fading in a second. He suddenly seemed sad, looking down at the article of clothing he held between his fingers. "Name? Can I tell you a secret?" His face was shaky. and he scooted closer to you. He looked at you as you would scold him about what he was going to say. "You can tell me any secret you want to," he whispered, scooting over closer to him. He took a deep breath, then looked straight into your eyes. "I'm Feliciano Vargas," he whispered, "and your dream was over." "Feliciano Vargas," you mumbled, combing through the obituaries. He had searched and searched, and were now searching through a book of obituaries. He had found several Vargas men, but none of them were your Feli. You flipped a page, scanning the page, and there he was. It had a picture of Feliciano, alive and dressed in a dull gray uniform. The black and white photo captured him perfectly. The page read, "Feliciano Vargas, shot March 16, 1945.